Hello there and welcome to another video from Change Tips and Tools, and it's me, Phil, the Brummie that hails from Birmingham, and this is the last video I'm going to do on the recent live streams I've done where I show you how to build a plan in MS Project from scratch, fully resourced. Now in this extract I'm going to show you how to report progress and slippage the easy way, i.e. let the tool do the job for you. I'm also going to show you some reporting as well. So without further ado, let's do this. We're going to look at how to report progress. So this is going to be quite quick now. So I'm going to show you some scenarios and the importance of a status date, because when you are reporting progress on your project, you are following a reporting calendar, a reporting cycle. It might be weekly, it might be fortnightly, it might be monthly. So I'm going to tell you how to use the status date to reflect your reporting calendar and your reporting cycle. So project, if you're sitting there as a project manager, you might be on a Wednesday and you're saying, right, I need to report progress as of close of play Friday. Or it might be that it's a Monday and you're saying, right, I need to report progress on the previous week as of close of play Friday, because those are your reporting cycles within your organization. This is how I would do it. Let's do a happy path, everything's on schedule, and let's do progress with slippage. And let's look at those two. So again, I'm going to come out of this, and because I'm not going to show you there. Let's actually do it now. Within the walkthrough, there's a project embedded project file, and there's some instructions. But again, in the part 4 folder, I've put those in there for you. So just open them up so you can follow along. Okay. Now let's open up those two project files. So I'm going to close this one for now. We're going to come back to this because I'm going to show you some more. Again, with a reporting overview, again, how status date works. So let me just close that down. Let's open up the first one that I want to do. So it's going to be on schedule. Right, now in the exercise, I'll tell you how to do the status date and to tell you how to save it. I've highlighted things in yellow to make sure you follow it so you can follow along. But here I've got a basic plan. You know, three tasks with a milestone. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the status date on this. So the first thing I'm going to do, so this is starting on the 7th of July, and I'm going to set the status date here to the 11th of July, i.e. the Friday. Yeah, so I'm potentially looking at this here, and my team have told me that everything is on schedule. So first of all, let's go to project information, and I'm going to set the status date to the 11th of July, like so. Now, project calculates everything based on your system date. However, you put a status date in there, it starts using the status date for those calculations, and I will demonstrate that as we go along. So I'm going to select the 11th of July. I'm going to click OK. Now you'll notice here on the project ribbon, status date is now not NA, it's got the 11th of July. You can change it directly there as well. But I want to be able to see that status date in my Gantt chart here. So I'm going to right click on it, do grid lines, then I'm going to search for status date, select it, choose a format, a line format. I'm going to make it, let's make it blue, and I'm going to click OK. And there's my status line. Yeah, so there's our start date, and there's my status line. Yeah, now if you've got like Project Online, you've got some type of PPM tool in place, I would say to you, you know, where you've got timesheets, yeah, where your resources are filling out timesheets, so they're saying, right, this is the work I've completed against my task, and this is my remainder work on it. And obviously that would then update your project. But 9 out of 10 of us don't have that. And I would say to you, do not micromanage your project. If your project is on schedule, just tell project to update it accordingly. Only micromanage those problematic tasks. Yeah. So the way that I get project here to, and one way I get project to update my progress here is just go, Okay, so on my view here, is I would literally just go project here, update project, and I'd say use this option, update work as complete through, so through 0% to 100% to the 11th of July, and just click OK for the entire project. Boom. So it's now updated that. Yeah, it's updated that project. Now, if you've got a lot of tasks as well, you can use the filters in here as well. Yeah, but it's that easy. Yeah, just tell project if your team have said everything's on schedule in your team meeting, team progress meeting, then just tell project to do that for you. Don't go through each task. You know, they'll have work column insert, they'll have a percentage work complete, and they'll go through it finite. I think that's a waste of your time. Just let project do the work and only micromanage those problematic tasks. Yeah. So that's on schedule. Yeah. That's how simple. You can see that this task has been completed and it's set it to 100%. That's fine. Let's shut that one down and I'm going to do no. So let me open up the version with slippage. Let's open that one up. So this is the one with slippage. So again, let's do the status date. So if I go project ribbon, there's the NA. So if I just click on that, I can set that to the 11th of July. Like so, and click OK. Again, just going to right click, grid lines, do my status dates. Let's choose a line. Oh, I'm going to go green. I want green this time. So let's do green. Click OK. And there's my status date. Now, in this scenario, you've met with your team and they've told you that a specific task, they've only done 50% of it. Now, if you imagine when you're looking at your project plan as well, and you're looking at this and you've got 1,000 lines again, and you want to know what is it I'm supposed to be working on, this is where you can use filters. So if I go to my view and I do the drop down and I do more filters, if you can't see what you want here, I'm going to do more filters. And I'm going to scroll down to, there we go, should start, should finish by. So I'm going to select that and I'm going to do apply. It's going to ask me two questions. What is the date that the task should have started by? So I'm just going to select my status date, which is the 11th of July. And I'm going to click OK. It's then going to ask me when should the task have finished by. So again, I'm going to use the status date because I want to know what task should have started or finished by my status date. So again, I'm going to select the 11th of July and click OK. And then project has filtered all the other tasks out, and I now can see the task that I should be working on or looking at as a project team. So the project team have told me they've done 50% of this task. Yeah. So if I select this task here and I do, I'm going to go into the task ribbon and I'm just going to select this here, 50% through the duration of that task. I'm just going to do 50%. And there you go. And then still on the task ribbon, and then on the move option here, I'm going to tell it to move. So fundamentally, we haven't done this work here. So we're not going to do it until after the status date. So I'm going to tell project to move that to after our status date. And I do that by going move any incomplete. So based on the task I've got selected, any incomplete parts to the state to after the status date. So do that and it's moved it. Now, if I look at the view and see, well, what's that done to the rest of my project, is if I then go here, just take the filter off, again, view, entire project, you can see now, based on that at the moment, it's telling me that I'm potentially going to be late finishing. And this is where you probably have sort of activities where you do crunch activities, where you're trying to figure out how you can bring the activity back online. Yeah, and bring it back on track as far as schedule. Yeah. So that I think the key thing there is Only micromanage those problematic tasks. Let project handle the rest of it. Yeah. So let's take it a little bit further this time. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up our MS Project Training Part 3 version 2, and let's look at how we can do some reporting and further dive into how the status date impacts our project, and also other ways to report progress and slippage, etc. So let me just close that down. I'm not going to save it. Let's open back up my version 3.2. So there it is, starting on the 23rd of June. Or it's the 21st, so it's starting Monday. Let's look at reporting capabilities. Let me have another sip of my espresso. There we go. So reporting, there are lots of reporting capabilities in MS Project that people don't know about. So on the reporting ribbon here, you've got reports on resourcing, you've got reports on costs, you've got earned value analysis. Again, that's a really powerful tool that a lot of organizations overlook around earned value management. They might focus on SPIs, schedule performance indicators, people might mention to you, but also CPIs, cost performance indicators, and earned value analysis is really powerful for that. And our project has that capability to do that. So again, have a play with those. You've got progress views and so on. So what I'm going to show you is the dashboard. So I'm going to look at my dashboard. I'm going to do project overview. So here's a project dashboard here. So it's telling me that the project is going to start on the 23rd of June, and it's going to finish on the 17th of September. We're 0% through the percentage through the life cycle of that project, the duration. And this is just another way of viewing that information, this here. So this is your percentage complete. So you've got two percentage completes to be aware of. You've got percentage complete, which is the percentage through the duration. And then you've got percentage work complete, which is a percentage of work done against those activities. And they won't always align. So if you remember in the previous session, I talked about assignments and that you've got front end loaded, back end loaded, double peaked, and all this type of thing. Is if you've got tasks like that where you've created those tasks, then potentially your percentage complete and your percentage work complete won't always align. Yeah, so just be aware of that. They're two different things. But because we've got it prorated, they should be relatively the same. Yeah. So at the moment, everything's fine because the project hasn't started yet. It's the 21st of June, 2025, and it's saying, right, these are all the milestones that we're going to deliver and when they're forecasted to finish. We've got nothing late and nothing's been done. Now, imagine, let's use the status date. So at the moment, it's working off the system date, which is the 21st of June. So let's see what happens to this report when I set the status date to be the end of next week, Friday. Yeah. So let's go. If I go back to my my tracking Gantt, I'm going to go to my project ribbon, in fact, and I'm going to do status date, and let's set it to the Friday, which is the 27th of June. So if I select that and click OK, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on here as well, just to, so again, status date, solid line. I like the green. I'm going to go green again. Click OK. So there's my status date. Yeah. So let's look at my report dashboard and project overview here. And all of a sudden, the picture has changed. Yeah. Because now it's looking at it from the status date. And what, based on the status date, it's saying these tasks are now late based on where we're at. Yeah. So you can see how project is calculating differently based on entering that status date. So let's update some progress here. So again, I'm just going to go to my task tracking and this time I'm just going to go project, update project, and I'm going to say update everything to the 27th of June, our status date, and I'm going to click OK. So now you can see it's completed a number of tasks. You can see some tasks apart. Progress has been reported against them and so on. And project has done that for us automatically, which is fantastic. Yeah. Now, if I then go back to my report dashboard and let's do project overview, you can now see we've now got only these 4 milestones to do. It's 13% complete, and we've got 13% complete against build a new computer. So again, that's the same information as what we've got here. Yeah, and we're still forecasted to finish on the 17th of September. Yeah, so let's now introduce the concept of slippage. So for whatever reason, our project has not in the following week there's no work being done. So if I go to the status date, and we've set it to there, let's set it to the 4th of July, but no work has been done on our project. So another way, so we don't want to go through each line and say move incomplete work to after the status date. What we can do is, again, on the project ribbon, just do update project. Instead of this one, I'm going to use reschedule. So I'm going to reschedule incomplete work to after the status date, the 4th of July, for the entire project, and I'm going to click OK. And there it's done it. It's now moved everything. Yeah. Let's see what that does to our report. So then go to the report, to the dashboard, to the project overview. And now I can see I've got a task that is late immediately. So it won't report things in the future here based on the settings that we've got. This, I don't think, I want to look at something different here. So you can change and customize your reports. And if anybody's familiar with Power BI, it's a bit like Power BI. It's a Microsoft product. If I select this chart here, I've then got this over here on the right. So instead of percentage complete, I actually want to see percentage of work complete. So I'm going to select that. And that's what I'm going to do there. Now I can change the format in here, but I won't bother changing the format. So I've now got this selected. Yeah. I don't want to look at it as the overall computer. I want to look at the next level down, i.e. as far as my product breakdown structure, I want to look at the main unit, the mouse assembly, the keyboard, the monitor, etc. So over again on the right, I'm going to go down to my outline level. So these are outline levels within your project plan, and I'm going to choose level 2. So now I can see percentage work complete against each of my main tasks. So I can get my main unit, my monitor. So my main unit's done. My mouse is 36% the way through, and I can see my monitor and my keyboard, etc. What I can do is just add here, make this different. Make that work complete. So you can change all this, and you can change the functionality. Yeah, and once you've done this, you can use this stuff in your report. You can put it into PowerPoint. So I can just click here and do copy report. If I open up a new PowerPoint, so let's open that up. Let's do a blank presentation. Let's move this over here so you can see it. Let's make it blank. And if I just paste, there's my report, and you can move it around, etc. And that is where I'm going to end this final video based on the recent live streams I've done. Now, if you want to check out the full live streams, and I encourage you to, please check them out via the links in the description. I hope you found this informative and you learned something new, or it's reminded you of functionality you never knew existed in MS Projects. And if so, please remember to click that like, subscribe, and smash that notifications button for future content. And as always, I wish you an absolutely wonderful day wherever you are in the world. Please take care, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video from Change, Tips and Tools. Bye-bye now.